Friday morning, January 23rd, a powerful weather system known as Storm Ingrid slammed into parts of the UK after sweeping across southern Europe. And the worst-hit areas? The southwestern coast of England. Places like Cornwall and Devon were hit hard by a dangerous mix of high tides, intense winds, and relentless rain. Even after the tide began to pull back around 9 a.m., massive waves, some reaching over 16 feet high, continued pounding the coastline near Teignmouth. At times, waves were strong enough to crash over the railway line that runs right along the shore. Down in Penzance, the situation looked even more dramatic. The coast took a direct hit as violent waves slammed into the shoreline with full force. Officials issued a yellow weather warning for wind and rain across Cornwall, warning residents that conditions could remain dangerous through Saturday morning. Authorities also raised concerns about power outages and flooding, saying some areas could see a full month's worth of rain fall in just one day. Wind speeds were expected to hit 50 miles per hour inland and up to 60 miles per hour along exposed coastal areas. Transportation quickly became a major problem. Rail officials announced that a key rail line between Exeter St. David's and Newton Abbot would shut down Friday night because of extreme conditions along the seawall at Dawlish. There was a serious risk that seawater could breach the wall and debris could end up on the tracks. The closure was expected to last into Saturday afternoon, with delays possibly stretching even longer. Images shared by local officials showed waves exploding against the coast early Friday morning, sending water straight onto roads and walkways. And officials warned that the worst of the storm was still ahead, with stronger winds and heavier rain expected later in the day. Residents were urged to stay off coastal paths and drive only if absolutely necessary. Meteorologists said the center of Storm Ingrid would pass close to southwest England, with gusts reaching nearly 60 miles per hour in the most exposed areas. But the storm didn't stop there. As Ingrid intensified, Scotland's eastern coastline also began to feel the impact. On Thursday, powerful tides and towering waves hit coastal communities from east of Aberdeen down to Stonehaven. Videos shared online showed waves crashing over harbor walls, flooding streets with sea foam, and spilling into nearby neighborhoods. Heavy sea foam was also reported in places like Fraserburgh, Johnhaven, and Longburg Beach. Some coastal villages reported damage, and several schools closed as a precaution. Even after higher-level warnings expired, rain and wind alerts remained active across large parts of Scotland, including the Highlands and northeastern regions. By Friday, officials extended flood warnings into Sunday, warning that already saturated ground could lead to new flooding. Roads were underwater in some areas, rail services were slowed, and major routes like the A90 and A9 faced disruptions. Drivers were strongly advised to avoid travel unless it was absolutely necessary. Power infrastructure also took a hit. In one area east of Huntly, more than 100 homes lost electricity after storm-related damage. Repair crews were dispatched and some outages were resolved later in the day. Looking ahead, forecasters warned that continuous heavy rain could persist through Saturday, with wind speeds climbing even higher into the weekend. In colder areas, rain could even turn into snow, adding another layer of risk.
Joke uiteindelijk.
Storm Ingrid is affecting a massive stretch of the UK, from southwest England all the way to Scotland's east coast, and continues to pose serious threats to transportation, power systems, and coastal communities. Officials stress that conditions have not fully stabilized yet and urge everyone to closely follow official weather alerts, avoid high-risk areas, and stay prepared for sudden changes. We'll continue bringing you accurate, verified updates on major weather events as they happen. If you liked the analysis in this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please share this video with your friends, family members, and relatives. And finally, if you found this report helpful, please hit the like button. This helps us beat the algorithm and ensures this truth reaches more people who need to hear it. Thank you for watching.